Hey guys, thanks for following along. Remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel. And stay tuned till the end of this video to see a little bonus of reason of why you might want to consider owning an RV. Hello people, we are interrupting our meat bird program to share with you guys our top 5 reasons for traveling in an RV. But first, we are getting ready for a midweek trip, so we will be working on getting the RV ready as we go through the top 5 reasons that we travel and suggest you travel in an RV. Little pro tip: if you go on weekend trips or midweek trips, or even if you're just embarking on a nice big long trip, plugging your RV in. We have a barn nearby, so we're just gonna take an extension cord and we're just going to have the fridge on, right? But it'll
sit, and so it'll charge the battery, it'll charge the, we'll have lights while we load up and the fridge will be running.
And then we'll be able to turn the lights on and get things in the RV over the course of the next couple hours, because we hope to leave tomorrow right after work. So, little tip: put cold food in a cold fridge so that when you go on your trip, and hopefully you've turned your propane off and your fridge isn't on while you're moving, or you have an electric fridge and you have solar or whatever, things that we don't have. So our number 1 reason to travel with an RV, do you know what it is, Rob?
To bring our dogs.
Our dogs, guys. We just had to go away for the weekend for a funeral, and we had to leave the dogs. It was just a 48-hour turnaround, fly. There was just no other way we were going to be able to do that and close down our business while we were gone. It was so sad, and honestly just reminded us how much we hate leaving them and how much we hate just traveling without them. Honestly, traveling is better with them. We hate leaving them and we hate traveling without them, because then they're not there. So what we're doing, we can't even enjoy as much as we would if we knew that, they were just back at the RV waiting on us to get back and go on a hike. If you're a dog parent and you're resonating with what I'm saying right now, you know what I'm talking about. That activity is just not quite as enjoyable, because in the back of your mind you're wondering what the dog sitter's doing, or if the dog sitter's there, or if the pup is having fun or just sad that you're not there. Whatever the case may be, that is our number 1 reason. We've seen people travel in an RV with cats and dogs, of course. Is there anything else we've seen? I mean, I suppose you could bring your pet snake or your skunk or your lizard. We've seen a guy around here in our local town walking a fox on a leash, and I don't know how you would explain that to the RV front desk person at the RV park, but
one fox.
All right. Our number 2 reason for traveling in an RV. What do you think it is, Rob? Actually, I don't even think we talked about this, but what would you want your number 2 to be?
That we have all of our own clothes, our bedding, our own bed, all our own bathroom.
I was trying to be funny. What would your number 2 be?
Oh, we can poop in our own pot?
I don't know if we're gonna leave that in, but our number 2, I think, would be that you can go number 1 and number 2 in your own toilet, and you don't have to go That one just, it was all totally natural, guys. First of all, if you do it right, which you put a little bit of water in your, hold on, gotta ask the professional. You put a little bit of water in what, Rob? Can you?
Your water tank, your freshwater tank. She doesn't even know any of this crap. She's following me around while I'm hooked. She just knows she likes to be able to pee and poop on the road and not have to go into a rest stop, not have to go into a gas station. She can just go back into the RV and do the thing.
And it's helpful if you're going to dry camp.
So what she's getting at is you can just leave a little bit of water. We never travel with full water, not even really
because it's so heavy.
But we do keep enough water to just kind of flush the toilet. We're not using sinks really or anything like that when we're in between destinations, but it's nice to have enough in there to just flush.
If you're experienced and you know the weight load of your trailer, all that stuff, I mean, I know people fill their freshwater tank completely up because they're gonna go dry camping for a week or whatever, and they aren't going far, or you know, whatever the case may be. So we do not fill ours completely up. Typically, if we're dry camping, it's only for a night, maybe two. And what we need that fresh water for is really probably to just use the bathroom and wash our hands. We typically don't shower if we're dry camping. We do not have solar or anything. Would we be able to have a hot water?
Yes.
Have a hot shower?
Yeah, because we have propane and electric water.
Ah, well, I guess we could still take a hot shower. But our number 2 reason, guys, is just to have that bathroom that you don't have to worry about anybody else's butt being on. And our number 3 reason is our own kitchen, guys. So we can have our own food, make our own meals 3 times a day, snacks on the road, pull over, whatever you need. And that's actually another point to having the bathroom in your RV, is that you don't have to go into that gas station and get tempted by that candy and that pop and all those yummy snacks that, you know, aren't that great, but man, do they look good when you're in the gas station. About 2 minutes after you eat them, it doesn't feel so great anymore. But so you don't even have all that temptation because you don't even have to go in. So that's a really great perk to the bathroom being in your RV. But number 3 is the food. You can make all your own food. And this is getting more and more important to us as we are raising our own pastured chickens and going all out on the garden this year. We don't even want to go out to eat, to be quite honest with you. Our meals at home are so enjoyable. Number 4 has got to be the bed, guys. I mean, people just don't think about this stuff, but when you travel this way, again, we just went to a funeral. We had to sleep in a bed. I woke up and was all tight and stiff, and I didn't have my own pillow. So you have your own pillow. You have those cotton sheets. You don't have to sleep on those, you know, polyester sheets and the polyester pillow on my face. I didn't even think about that. Oh my gosh. So, and they spray all sorts of stuff in those hotels. You know, there's all these synthetic chemicals and smells, and I don't even want to think about it. Sometimes, obviously, you got to do it that way, but we love RVing. And you can control, you know, what's going on in this environment, and you can tow it all around the country. And it's just awesome. And I'm going to have to check in on what number 5 is.
I love this.
Do you have a number 5 just off the top of your head? I gotta go check my list.
Well, we did 1 was dogs, 2 was pee and poops, 3 was beds.
Kitchen.
4 was our bed. 5 is, for me, the economical ability to stay in amazing places for cheap.
Okay, didn't even think about that. So that's probably the number 5 on my list. I'm trying to do this before it gets really dark, so I didn't check my list. But so as Rob just mentioned, you can stay. We were right on the water in Florida and it was $60 a night.
The most on a weekend night, yeah.
So it was nice to be right on a body of water for a decent price and just be 5 or 10 minutes from the beach at the same time. We really could have walked there if we wanted to. So that's just one example. Obviously, you can stay in the woods. You can stay in the mountains. You can stay on the beach. You can stay in a city, guys. There are RV parks right in the city. Any way that you want to travel, anywhere you want to be, it's not the convenient. You don't get the convenience with hotels. You might get similar convenience with an Airbnb, but there's nothing else like it. So my bonus reason for owning an RV, wanting to own an RV, or the convenience of having an RV has to do with something we experienced in the beginning of the summer this year. There was a tornado that came through the area where we live, and the power was out for a week. And we were able to actually live in the RV for a couple of days and just run the generator and have the AC on in there, and we could cook, and actually we had some water still in the fresh water tank, so it was really nice to just kind of be able to bug out in there when our house was extremely hot. And it would just be, I don't even think we could cool down the whole house. I think we had some fans running. We had the generators plugged in to keep our fridge and freezer going in the house, but we do not have a whole house generator. So just a little tip, there's been a huge hurricane went through Florida recently. So obviously in that situation, if you're going to evacuate, you have an RV you can go stay in for a week or two, or however long you need to get out of where you live just to be safe. And so you wouldn't have to worry about a hotel. And again, your pets can be in the RV, obviously. So just something to think about. It has definitely come in handy in our lives in more than one way. We just went to the food summit and we were able to be right on site, and there was no commute in the morning, to get to the speaking events and all of that, and we could go take the dogs out to go pee in the middle of the day. We've just absolutely thoroughly enjoyed our time owning an RV, and we would recommend it to anyone. We just recommend that maybe you try it out before you buy one. Anyways, with that said, we hope you guys have a happy hunting for an RV, and just do your research.